All right. All right. Yeah, just hanging out, chatting.
Okay.
Just like um, whatever. But yeah, they should. I guess they're gonna bring your drink, hopefully.
Maybe. It's okay.
But if not, well, I come here a lot, so they know if I go like this, they're like, oh, he needs some. It's really good service here, and if you get
People are so nice here.
the people here,
Yeah.
they're amazing. They're amazing.
I like in Costa Rica in general. Besides, like, some places, some people are not, but generally.
Generally,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's really good. You see, everybody's close.
Especially in San Isidro.
Oh, you had a good experience there.
Yeah, because we moved. Me and Claire had to move out there.
Oh,
We were in Heredia, staying, down the street in homestays with everyone. Then for our internship or job volunteer, we had to move to San Isidro with a new host family
when did that happen?
a month ago now, because we have 2 days left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So wait, how did you get here?
I just Ubered. That's
From
why it was
where?
longer than expected from San Isidro.
Oh my God, dude! I thought you were like still down the street.
No.
Oh, I could have like tried to meet you at a more neutral place.
No, it's fine, because Claire had to come here anyway,
Okay.
because she's doing yoga with her first host family.
Okay.
So, and she has a meeting with the program director, or the guy, like, checking how the program's going, Arcos, and everyone wants to meet with him.
Okay. All right.
People have things to say.
Oh boy. You know what? I have a couple of friends that this is back in 2022. They were doing a program, and it's like they had high hopes for it. And they came here and things just did not work out. And
Yeah.
it's weird. I don't know what is missing. Is Marcos Costa Rican? Or is he
Yes.
somewhere else?
No, Arcos is the name of the program.
Oh, Arcos.
Arcos,
Okay,
yeah.
I think so.
I
Someone
think
named Marcos.
they're only in Costa Rica, but there might be Arcos in different countries.
Okay.
But Arcos is like the Costa Rica program that partners with the University of Oregon GEO
Okay.
program. And so, like, GEO finds different programs and connects. So there's like this bridge. So, like, we came here with GEO to the Arcos program, and they're like basically gonna have a meeting, like, reviewing the Arcos stuff and how that's been going. And then there'll also be like time to, like, well, how did GEO do? And both have definitely had their pros and cons. So, because this is the first program Arcos has done sustainable business in Costa Rica. Like, we're the guinea pigs
Okay.
of our classes, of our host families, and everything. So,
Okay. Overall, okay.
overall, okay, because I think the group of students that came were really amazing. Like, everyone is so nice, and we all, like, have each other. And the first homestays everyone were in were pretty amazing. Me and Claire's new one is not as good. She's never there. So we just are kind of like fend for yourselves in a random house. Not really like a community. And San Isidro is pretty small. We live up in the mountain where no one is. But yeah, generally good. Like, the excursions are fun. Being in Costa Rica is fun. But the actual part we paid for is not good. I would say if you had a sour outlook, you could easily say it was terrible, but I think everyone from the program would say it's amazing.
Yeah.
Because we're all, like, having a good time.
Right.
I don't know if that makes
No, it's totally makes sense. Yeah. And so can you give me some background about yourself?
Oh, like what?
Let me see. So studying what?
Environmental science.
Uh-huh.
And there's, like, more, like, environmental science with a focal area in earth science and physical sciences. So, like, more geology. And then I have minors in sustainable business, which is why I'm at this program, the Sustainable Business in Costa Rica. And then I'm also minoring in biology and earth sciences. So kind of like trying to get a whole little picture and reunited until then. Yeah.
Gracias.
That's it.
Gianca, ¿me pueden regalar el segundo refresher? Okay, gracias. Let me see.
You can put it like here.
Here. Okay.
Thank you. I can put it here. I don't. Am I allowed? Can I drink it as we're talking?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just hanging out. And why did you decide to study that?
Well, I started not studying that at UO. And then I kind of was like having an identity crisis because I didn't like the people in what I was studying. That sounds very stereotype, but you know, I would be in my labs and I wouldn't be like, it wasn't collaborative, it wasn't open, and it was very competitive and like individual, and I didn't like it. And so, and like very like flex your knowledge over everyone, not like. So then I was like, okay, well, what do I want to do? And then I was kind of like pondering ideas, and I was like, what about environmental science or something like environment, forestry? And then it made sense. All of my friends were doing that, and it kind of clicked. I was like, everyone I love and value and think like, you're an amazing person and I want to do what you do. I'm so jealous of your classes. I'm so jealous of what you study. All were environmental science, forestry.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I should probably be doing that.
Yeah.
And I love it. Like all the people, infinite best friends, amazing colleagues, amazing people to study with. And I love the concepts that, I don't know.
Very good.
So now it fits.
Very good. And when did that change happen for you? What year was it?
The end of my freshman year.
And what year are you in now?
I just finished my second year, so I'm going to my third.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll hopefully graduate early, like 2 terms or something like that. I don't know.
Was that intentional to hopefully graduate early, or
no?
Okay.
I don't want to.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, if you can, just take the full 4.
I really want to. If finances can work out, I'm going to. Yeah.
Right.
But you can only have 3 minors per major, and I can already graduate early with that maxed out. So I'm kind of like, is it worth spending the money? Because I can't be like, and I'm going to snag that.
Pero,
¿Cuál era el segundo referencia?
no recuerdo.
¿Te hago cualquiera?
Pero cualquiera. Venti.
En agua, leche de coco.
Leche de coco mejor.
¿Sabía la uso?
Entonces, sí. Gracias. Sí. Gracias, Ma. See how nice they are? They're just, it's why I can't stop coming here. People are like, why do you go to Starbucks all the time? That's why.
Why not? Yeah. I have my places like that. My back home in Eugene, they're not Starbucks, but it's like a specific, how could you not?
Yeah. Right.
It's just as good. It's just good.
It's comfortable. The energy's good. The people are good.
And that's what you need in a coffee shop.
Yes.
It's about the energy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And so how did you hear about this program? The Arcos program, right? How did you hear about it?
2 of my friends were like, they're business majors, and they were like, we're going abroad. And I was like, I'm also going abroad. Like, what if we all went abroad together? And then they were like, we're doing this one. So I looked into it. I was like, oh, I kind of like that. Like Costa Rica, because Costa Rica, sustainability, environmental science, the animals and plants.
Right.
And so then I was like, okay, I signed up. They both inevitably bailed. Obviously they were going to. That's them, but it's okay. And then I was like, I'm going anyway. And now I'm here.
Well, good for you. And so, how did it, as far as meeting other people that were coming here, did you meet anyone before, or did you just meet people after you arrived?
Mainly just here. We had one meeting before we came here. That was, I think, a month or 2 before. And it was one meeting for us all to meet in person and get the information. So they'd be like, this is how you're getting picked up from the airport, when you're going to know your host family, yada, yada. And I met Claire, the girl I'm living with now. because we were both environmental science majors and we're like sitting in the back of the room. And it like just so happened. And we talked about wanting to go like scuba diving and we were like, great, we'll be besties. And it's worked out great. We're besties. We're working together and living together now, but knew no one at all.
Yeah.
And I feel lucky. Everyone was really cool.
Very nice.
That was my biggest fear.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm from the East Coast, so this is my just naive kind of just assumption of Oregon. Like, are most people in Oregon kind of chill, or does it just depend on the person?
I mean, it obviously depends on the person. Oregon, I think, has very diverse backgrounds of people. Maybe not diverse, like, actually diverse, but, like, background-wise, you know? Because there's mountains. I've grown up in Oregon my entire life, born there. And there's mountains that go through the center of it, the Cascade Mountain Range. Yeah. And then all in the valley, it's, like, all this kinds of people in city, and then there's people on the beach, and then you go into the desert, and there's these towns of like 1,000 people, and everyone's very country, and so there's all kinds of people.
Wow.
So if you don't like that everyone has different opinions and backgrounds, I don't think you'll like everyone. But if you can get along with people from all kinds of backgrounds and like find common ground, then I think everyone in Oregon is actually amazing. I love it. I don't think I can leave.
Yeah.
Have you been to Oregon?
I have not. I've been north of Oregon to Washington State. I've been south to California. A couple of I know. I need to get there.
Wow.
And so that's it's on my list of places to go. What is this is probably so disappointing for you. It's like an outdoor person. I'm like, what's the closest city?
No, Sean,
I know.
I was going to say, don't go to Portland. Don't do it. Don't go anywhere. I live right now. Don't go to Portland. You're going to go like to the outside towns.
Yeah,
but Portland's good. I don't like Portland because I don't like cities.
You don't like cities,
but
yeah.
I kind of grew up next to Portland with like half my family was there.
Uh-huh.
And it's generally a likable city. People will travel to go there. Not as good as Seattle.
Right.
But it's good. Has a lot of like thrifting, cute niche like coffee shops, jazz bars, that vibe.
Yeah. And
wow.
Oh my gosh, I sound so stupid saying this, but what is it like? Dizzy Donut? It's something voodoo, right?
Yeah.
Why did I say dizzy? Gracias.
What's up, right?
Gracias. Oh my goodness. See, just delicious.
That's incredible.
And cheers.
Cheers. Mm-hmm. Voodoo Doughnuts, big deal. First time I had it though, I was underwhelmed. When I was little, I think I was probably like 7. My like bio dad and like his family was from there because my parents are separated. So I was like, would go visit, and he'd be like, we are like doing the 2-hour drive, going to downtown Portland, and we waited in a Voodoo Doughnut line for like an hour.
No.
The lines aren't that long anymore.
Okay.
But like this, I think it had like a weird like fad in the middle, when they like come and go, like a new flavor that everyone was freaking out about. I don't know why it was so long, but we went to like the original Voodoo Doughnuts, and little me was so excited, and I didn't like waiting an hour, so I said not worth.
That'll kind of put a damper on the experience.
But there's one in Eugene, our college town. So it's like a walk from my house, and me and my friends will like strut down there at night and go get our donuts.
What are the hours? Is it open kind of late, or?
I think it closed at 11. I think it closes at 11 most nights. It's like a late night donut, not a morning donut.
Okay, how early does it open?
I have no idea, but it's not like a cafe that opens at 6 to get your donut. No.
Because I'm one of these like it's funny. I would call myself a morning person. Some people be like, Joey, you're not just kind of a morning person. You're a ridiculous morning person. And then I had one coworker at the last school that I worked at here. This is before COVID. Her name was Amber. She was so funny. She was like, I described like my sleeping habits, and I like to get up, and I told her the time, and she was like, Joey, that's not a morning you're not an early bird. you're a night owl in disguise. And I was just like, you
Just
know
the
what?
reverse.
That's exactly where I am.
When do you wake up?
3:34.
No. See, I've done that because I was a baker and I had to be at work at 4:30, wake up at 3:30.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was getting paid. I was getting paid.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm a knucklehead that doesn't get paid. Well, I mean, technically I do now,
Yeah.
which is also why I love my teaching online, because I've got students in Japan and Turkey and South Korea and China and
Right.
Taiwan. And for them, it's like after dinner and the hour or two before bed and perfect time to have class. And so,
That's perfect for you.
Yeah.
Found the right job.
yeah, I do. And that's
Oh my
why
God.
I cannot fathom going back to just the traditional style like teaching right now.
Mhm.
It's just, I don't know. It's just so, it just fits me so well. And like the flexibility and being able to travel. Actually, at first, this is supposed to be about you. And then I'm just,
No, I don't want to. This is amazing.
One of the reasons, I mean, teaching just fits. I mean, my mom told me when I was a kid, pretty young, she was like, "You're a teacher." And I was like, "Nope, you're a teacher, Mom. I am not going to be a teacher."
Yeah, I'm not going to be anything like you.
Nope.
This isn't happening.
Nope. And then I tried to do other stuff. And then I was like, let me check out that teaching thing again. And then it was just like, there was no turning back after that, pretty much.
That's
but-
so cute, though.
Yeah, it worked out well. And yeah, so, and my mom, she was like, at her school, she was, I was there to say she was like a beloved teacher. She had, and this is one of the things I noticed about her and her interaction with people, is that as far as I knew, pretty much everyone adored her. Her students, she had this interaction with her students during the year, and then it just didn't stop. I mean, it just kept going and going, and they would like want to meet up with her and contact her, and so I was just like, okay.
That's
I'll
so
take
special.
note of that. And you know what my mom also did that I took note of is that she was very personable with the, I don't know, at some schools call them something else, but where I grew up, we call them custodians or
Yes.
people. And people should connect with them and see them and talk to them and get to know them. And because they're doing jobs and work that nobody else
No one wants.
no.
So much respect for those people
Yeah.
that are doing the job no one wants to do and not getting like seen for it or thank yous or they just get like the walkie-talkie, like someone threw up in the back
Right.
room.
Right. Exactly.
I don't even know your name.
Right.
Can you go clean it up?
Yep.
Like, no, go do it yourself, actually.
Yeah, I know. They would like to, I'm sure they would so badly like to do that, but they got to keep the job that probably pays just awful for all the backbreaking work, moving desks. And,
It's tiring.
oh my gosh, just
It's like almost like invisible physical labor because you don't think like, oh, blue collar worker, construction, or these physical things, but it is. They're walking around all day and they're doing like moving things, bending down, picking things up.
Yeah.
Picking up the giant heavy trash bins. Like
Yes.
crazy.
Scraping gum off the bottom of desks.
Yeah.
Why do people do that in the first place? I never understood that.
You're not allowed to have gum until you can figure it out.
But you shouldn't be allowed to. No. So anyway, back to you. Which is why we're here in the first place. I don't know. You would
No,
think
that's not why we're here.
You would think that someone who talks to people all day would be like, okay, it's time for me to shut. But I don't. Maybe it's because I don't talk to native English speakers often.
Mm-hmm.
So
It is nice.
this is a treat.
I don't normally, besides Claire, who I live with, that's it. We work with a lot of Germans.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me more. How does that work?
A lot of people from Germany volunteer and intern at our, like the company, the organization. And so there's a lot of people from Mexico,
Oh.
a lot of people from Germany, girl from Spain. So that's been really interesting to hear the difference in, like, you know, when she speaks, and as I'm like baby learning Spanish, like she's very like,
Yes, exactly.
and she's so cute and amazing. And it's just cool because like girl from Mexico talking here, and then her, and then someone from Costa Rica, and they're all speaking Spanish, but it sounds completely different to me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you just said the word different and you know what you're saying, and I don't. And when I said it different, no one knew what I was saying.
Oh, that's fun. That's so fun. Well, cool. So it's been a language learning experience. And so tell me more about your internship, just what you actually do, and when did it start? Because it didn't start right away, right?
No. We had the 4 weeks of classes. So Spanish, then 2 weeks that, 2 weeks of this sustainable business, which I'm sure you heard from someone else.
I've gotten an idea a little bit.
Kind of atrocious.
A little bit.
And then moved and been working at Toucan Rescue Ranch for 4 weeks. Like, it'll still be the 4th week.
Okay.
And done. So
Yeah.
it's been great.
And so what do you do, or what have you been doing at the ranch?
We take care of the animals. So they first try to rescue and rehabilitate, but then they have a sanctuary side for animals, you know, that came in and can't be rehabilitated. And so we it's not a zoo, but that side is kind of zoo-ish, you know, because it's like they're permanent animals that we take care of because they can't be released. You know, like they either can't hunt because they were an illegal pet or something of the sort. So we take care of them and the rehab animals that are trying to be released. And they do educational tours on the sanctuary side. So we just prep all their food, a lot of cutting fruit, some meat prep for animals. That's kind of gross. And then we give them fresh water, and we enrich the animals, which is really fun. So making different, not toys, but kind of toys, you know, like bamboo with holes you put food in. So they have to use that. Or animals that use a strong sense of smell. You're okay, I'm going to go hide mint leaves in their enclosure. So they have to go sniff around and, you know, use those instincts even though they're not in the wild anymore.
Interesting.
Or bury their food because they're an animal that normally forages that way. So trying to do that as much as possible, but that takes a lot of time for how many different animals there are. So that's been kind of the tricky balance of cleaning enclosures and then making sure they're having a good quality of life beyond the food, water, cleaning, kind of basics.
So,
yeah.
Okay. And so has this been... Has it been a learning experience? Is there anything that you've learned? Is it more just kind of this is a patch on the quilt of my life kind of thing? Or what?
It definitely could be a patch, the way that Arcos set it up, which is a part of the QAM.
Right.
But I think me and Claire have really advocated for ourselves with our supervisor, Isaac, who is incredible. And we have showed with him, we want to learn. And he was we shadow him around. He's the long-term staff for the animals. So I've learned about specific animal species and also about basic animal training, animal behavior, diets, that kind of stuff. And also keeping a little chat with the vet team, the clinics, about how you know when an animal's not going to make it, or how you help an animal and the surgeries. And they get a lot of sloths that get electrocuted.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So the main goal is to rehabilitate them, but, you know, some don't make it because it's terrible. It's terrible. But then some do, and they get amputated. They'll amputate and then help them get healthy and release them. And seeing that, hearing about that process is I guess a lot to learn about, you know?
Yeah.
But that's an option. Learning a lot in different ways while also scooping a lot of food. I got pooped on by a macaw last week.
Oh man.
Just everywhere. Just everywhere. So, and it won't, I'm surprised it only happened once. Player got pooped on by the parrot.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm not good with poop.
Oh, don't go there.
Yeah.
Don't work there. It's bad. The worst smells I've ever smelled are there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
But it's good. I think if you don't like that stuff and like it's not your jam, gross, and like don't do it. But if you can, it's very amazing and rewarding because you're like bonding with the animals. You get like not really because the rehab side doesn't really know you exist. You try to have like minimal impact. But with the sanctuary side, I go like, say good morning to the Greasons. I'm like, good morning, guys. Like, give them their food, and you get to like watch them just be animals.
Yeah.
I've not been around tropical animals because I'm from the desert.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been cool to see like animals use their tails as limb, and like the kinkajous and things I didn't know existed, and so many birds. I love birds. Now more than ever, you know? And like I've been training this juvenile toucan, or helping to.
Huh?
And like so smart, so incredible. It just like creates a different connection to all animals and like their intelligence and importance, and like, I don't know. Well, that's cool. How we shouldn't. It's so sad. Some of the stories of the animals. You should do a tour there.
Now I'm super interested. What's the name of it again?
Toucan Rescue Ranch.
Okay, Toucan Rescue Ranch.
And their
San
tours,
Cyril.
yeah, their tours are very like educational. It's not like go buy your ticket and walk around the zoo. It's like, no, you get guided through and you learn the animals of the stories and like why they're there.
Okay, and are the people that are taking the tours, are they tourists from out of the country, or are they Ticos? Are they Costa Ricans from what you've seen?
There's definitely a mix of both. But a lot of out of the country, you know, like a family comes by. But there are a lot of like Ticos that come.
Okay.
I guess. Well, like even just ones like with our program, like we're volunteering and they come and see what it's about. And then people that live nearby. My host mom has been several times.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And all of her siblings have gone because they live right next to it. And yeah.
Oh, that's right. Your host mother there.
Yeah, my host mother there.
Okay.
But it's also interesting because a lot of people have my host mom expressed like she doesn't like it as much as the other zoo because they don't let you touch any of the animals and they don't let you do really what shouldn't be happening. You know, like there are very big issues with like shoving all these animals in a place so that you make sure you see them on your visit and touching and getting too close. Yeah. And, you know, like when they'll have you like touch the otter's hands through the holes. And so then they declaw the otters so that they can't hurt the... So like that kind of stuff. So it's like so cute. And then you know like the real story. You're like, that poor baby.
Yeah.
So people are like, don't like that. They're like, you can't take any photos with you with the animal.
Okay.
You can take photos of the animals and they'll get a photo without the cages on it. Like, you know, put it up to the fence so you can't see the bars but you can't have like a selfie. They have a mission like stop animal selfies. I don't know if you've heard of that.
I haven't really heard it that specifically, but it makes sense.
Sorry, that's my yap. I go on and on about the animal.
No, I mean, please, because it's a shame that I've been here as long as I have, and that's something that I haven't really kind of jumped into learning about or experiencing.
It's everywhere, though.
Yeah.
Even zoos in Oregon, you know, like... I feel like SeaWorld is prime example. Everyone knows now how terrible that is for zoos. That's been a big learning thing to kind of see the lines between zoo and it's for people versus it's for the animals, or it's for the people to educate themselves about the animals. So there's a motivation to protect the planet, like for those animals. You know, if like kind of a different vibe versus like, come here because we have the best tiger versus no, like we want you to come here so we can teach you about why it's so important to protect the rainforest for these amazing animals that live there. And here's how we hurt them.
And so is there a way to know what kind of zoo or sanctuary it is so that you can, or will you not know until you go there?
I've actually chatted with my coworkers about that. We like go out to dinner and stuff. And from a vet perspective, because they have like that vet inside perspective, there's no way to tell if a rescue is like truly in it for the right reasons unless you're really working in there. But from the outside, there is rescues versus zoos. And that is like a good, like, I don't know if I ever would go to a zoo, go to zoos, or going to SeaWorld versus like a local aquarium that has, you know, like little fish and they take care of them, and versus like they make it Disneyland, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like you can kind of tell when you go to, like, when you go to Toucan, it's not grand and large everywhere else. There's definitely a focus on the animals.
Right. And so let's take a place like SeaWorld, for example. Is it, and just thinking specifically about kids, like, is there any redeeming quality in a place like that? I mean, especially for kids, like to have so that kids can see those kind of animals up close, or is it just like, come on guys, we got, you know, internet, you could look it up and you know.
I think there is a difference just because of like looking it up versus with the animal, or even with an animal in the cage versus in the wild. Like I'm always like, oh, I don't know that animal, or I've seen a million videos of the animal. I've only seen that animal in a cage, or I've seen that animal in the wild. And then it's like, okay, I've actually experienced that species if I've like seen it. But I think SeaWorld, minus the animal like cruelty and mistreatment, it was a little more neutral. There is benefit if it's more like education, but I think in some of the ways it's used as like entertainment. I think that's the difference. If it's like education and respect, like say I think they have whales there, right? At SeaWorld or somewhere. And so it's like, okay, if you're going to go and you're going to like actually observe this animal and respect that it's incredible and beautiful and teach your kid about it and be like, this is one of the biggest, you know, and make them like fascinated versus like they're screaming around wanting like chocolate or like whatever, you know, like, oh my God, like this is a playground and there's these animals around us, because then that's just furthering the view of like we are humans and there's these animals and like this like separation. I don't know. That's my own personal view though.
Yeah. This is, I didn't think this conversation was going to go in this direction, but I'm happy it is. No. This is one of those things where it's like, I don't know how this is going to go. This is just, you know, I had some ideas. Maybe we'll talk about this. Maybe we'll talk about that. But hey, here we are. That's fine. That's like, you know, this is what I was hoping for, actually. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you about your family. So, and then I'll come back around to my question.
In the States?
Yes, okay. In the States. Sorry. So, your family in the States, who is in your family?
Like my immediate family, it's my mom, my stepdad, and my sister. She's like one of my biological sisters. I have a lot of siblings.
Okay.
I have 5, used to have 6 like siblings, but she's like the one that I've always lived with. You know, we're best friends. We're not twins, but we're twins.
Yeah. What is the difference in age?
She's 3 years older.
Okay.
Wait, that feels weird. Yeah, I guess she is. She just got engaged like a couple days ago.
Oh, really?
Yes. And then I'm the youngest of most. So my other bio sibling just got married like a couple months ago. She has a kid due in November. My other brother just got married. And then, you know, like they're all in nursing school, married kids.
Wow.
And I'm just kind of here in Costa Rica.
Well, that's all right. You're doing your thing.
Mhm.
So.
And my grandma. She's in that core family. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. And so, and I'm curious about now, like animals in your family. What kind of animals did you or do you have?
I currently have a tortoise that I've had for 11 years.
Where is it?
With my grandma. Because my mom refuses to watch him. Oh my God.
How big is it?
He's not big. He's like he's a Russian tortoise.
Uh-huh.
So his shell's like that big.
Okay.
And he's just a cutie. I love him.
And see, maybe I missed this. Like, again, I need to be more of an animal person than I am. But so a tortoise, I thought, is ginormous.
That's the giant tortoise. Like, actually, it's called like a giant tortoise.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted one of those when I was little.
Uh-huh.
And then my family was obviously like, no, this 7-year-old doesn't need a giant tortoise. So I like begged. I think it took 2 or 3 years of that being the only thing I asked for my birthday that I finally got one. And yeah, he's in college with me. My whole house in college loves him.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
And he's staying with my grandma. And then I have 2 dogs at my not where I live in Eugene for school, but at my family's house. We have 2 dogs and a cat, but we have had like so many cats, indoor, outdoor. We've had other dogs. I've had a bearded dragon at my dad's house in Portland. We had guinea pigs. We'd had rabbits. I raised chickens.
Wow. So, I mean, animals are just life. It's just part of life.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. And
and fish. Sorry, I had to shout out. I had 2 fish tanks in my room
yes,
during high school.
2.
Well, because I had one, but then I wanted to like separate this one, and then I needed like a quarantine, and then they both just became full. So,
wow. I mean, you are, would you say, the epitome of an animal person?
No, because I have some animals. No, maybe. I just don't really like want some animals on me.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So it's not any animal, anytime, all the time.
Yeah, but any animal all the time, I love them from afar, and only like there's like distances to which. You know? Like I've learned I love monkeys and they deserve the best. Respect monkeys. But you know, they need to be 6 feet away from me minimum. Because at work they like pull your ponytail. And will like yeah.
My hair would be in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
We would have a
field day.
Oh no.
So like that, but I think all animals, yeah.
Okay.
I would protect with my life.
Yeah, I got it. And that's so nice and sweet. Can I ask you, okay, so then taking baby steps to my question that I ultimately want to ask, what do you think about how would you compare the animal awareness here in Costa Rica versus in the United States?
I think in the U.S., it's kind of hard because I'm from the desert where there's way fewer, like, biodiversity. So not everyone, my circle, the people I'm around, know all the species, and I'm in a pretty outdoorsy crowd. So it's kind of like deer, this, that. So people are pretty aware of what there is because there's so few. And they're like, these other places have crazy animals. Like, how wild is this? Like a deer and I don't know, like rat. And we have some like cool bird. There are really amazing animals, but not like tropical. No crazy colors, no like eye-catching stuff. And then in Eugene, I think in the valley, other side of Oregon where I moved, people are like, want to be more aware because they move from all different states. So then they kind of make themselves more aware. They're like, oh, how crazy. There's different squirrels here. Like, look at the different squirrels. Look at the different, that contrast. But here, I think I've noticed since a lot of people grew up and there's all these crazy animals around them from like a desert perspective, that the like macaw, like that's crazy. Or a toucan. Like, or even like the lowland pacas. Those, you know what those are?
We have. I want to say maybe I have, but I'm not sure.
They're so cute. We have one named Tamal at Toucan. Oh, and they're just. It's like, I think when you go somewhere else, you realize, but you don't even realize the animals of where you're from because you grew up with them.
Yeah.
So I think people take for granted so many, maybe more animals here because they're used to so many more. Mm-hmm. But then also someone came and was like native to Costa Rica, and they were like, I didn't even know what a kinkajou was. Because there's so many here, so how would you know them all?
Yeah.
Versus back home, it's like, yeah, you're not going to know every frog, but you're going to know there's frogs.
Yeah, right.
And that there's a porcupine. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah, and I'm curious about this part. You know, I'm a city guy, so and by the way, it's mainly because mosquitoes just do not leave me alone, and so
they love you.
I try to avoid to go where they are, and where they are, there are also animals and trees and, you know, this great nature, but I just...
You gotta walk around with like a citronella candle in a lantern and be like, go away.
Yeah, it's just so bad. And I mean, even here, I'll be here, we're basically in the city, and then I'll just be attacked. And,
that's just unlucky.
Yeah, it's just...
Because I only got like 5 bites in Tortuguero, and we were like on the beach at night.
Not fair. So
that's valid, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, you know, I'm here in San Jose area. We're in Heredia specifically, pretty close to downtown Heredia. And so people love dogs here. Dog lovers. I mean, it is just, I'm still kind of, I mean, I'm used to it, but it's, but it took a while for me to get used to it. And then what I realized is that, can I ask you, in Oregon, because I cannot, for the life of me, I cannot remember if malls generally in the United States are pet friendly or not. Okay, no. That's what I thought.
No, everywhere indoor is like service dog only.
Okay. That's what
But here, it's very different. And in Tortuguero, it was just like dogs had collars and cats, they all had collars, but no leashes. And they would just like go into the store, go into the restaurant, the hotel. Like we saw a little girl riding her bike and her little chihuahua or whatever had its collar, and just like running next to her, she went in the store and the dog was like going to the other grocery store. And then they met back up at the outside like it was planned and then went home.
That is hilarious.
So it was like stray dogs everywhere, but none of them were stray. They had collars.
That's funny. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, and so that's just like part of the culture here, I guess. And something I don't quite understand. I mean, I'm okay. Maybe I'm just used to malls being so pet friendly, aka dog friendly, that they're just everywhere. Now, the one thing about this mall is they don't let them in the food court area. I appreciate that. And, you know, I mean, especially here at Starbucks, a lot of dogs, people come and go with their dogs. This is a pet-friendly establishment. But there is this one, it's not as bad here, but there is probably the newest mall, if not one of the newest malls in the whole San Jose area. where there is oxígeno. It's kind of on the other side of Heredia.
Yes.
Okay.
Our coworker wanted to take us there.
Ah, okay. Okay. So it's called oxígeno. It is dog friendly, and it's just like
It's like a dog park.
yes,
Yeah.
it is like a dog park. And you know what happens at dog parks? Dogs pee.
Oh my God.
And so again, I have been kind of out of the United States long enough that I'm like, would that happen? And also, I haven't been a dog owner. Like, don't people train their dogs to recognize when they are indoors and they need to like give some kind of signal or something to let them know that they need to go out. They need to go, and then it's the owner's responsibility to get them out.
No, if your dog like peed in the mall in the States, you would like everyone would look at you like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like either you're not taking care of your dog or you didn't train your dog. Like it's very foreign of like, why did you also no dogs in the mall too. So if you bring your dog and it's not acting like as well trained as a service dog, you know, like right by your side on the leash, good dog, then everyone's like, get this guy out of here, like, you know. But everyone really loves dogs for the most part. Like the dog loving culture is great, but it's definitely separated. Like dogs, people space, dog space, go to the dog park.
No, it is definitely we coexist here, and which is okay, but there's got to be some, you know, decorum, just you know, etiquette, respect, just even for just hygienic purposes. I mean, and it's not even as bad here. Oh, so, you know, it is a dog toilet. It is just, I mean, the cleaning people are just constantly.
See, and then that's just sad. Like, those people, like, yes, they're being paid to do a job, but that's not their job.
That's not their job.
Yeah, like, they're getting paid to, like, take the public trash out that people are, like, properly disposing of stuff. But it's also not their job when it's full, and instead of putting it to the one next to it, they, like, pile it up. They don't want to touch your trash. That's not their job.
Yeah.
That's, like, out of their job description. And so is cleaning up your dog's pee. Like, that's your job.
Right. And that is, I think it's on paper somewhere. People are supposed to be ready and be prepared. First of all, the dog should just be trained in the first place. But if there is an accident, which it's never an accident, the dog's just doing what it has to do and the owners are being irresponsible. But they're supposed to have the you know, the items and supplies to be ready to not only clean up the dog urine, but also like spray and probably clean the floor.
Yeah.
Technically, that's what. And then if that doesn't happen, the guards there, the security people, are supposed to, when they see that happen, give the person a ticket.
Yeah.
Now,
and in the States, like, that might happen. And obviously a few bad apples would just leave it and say, not my problem.
Yeah.
But I think most people would be like, oh my gosh, can't believe that just happened. Go try to find the nearest, like, custodial staff and be like, can I use something to clean up my dog mess? At least that's what I would do. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's a really. And here's the other thing. Is it a problem for me because I'm not from here originally? And, you know, but if I grew up here, would I be like everyone else and just like, oh, it's just a little pee on a pole?
Yeah.
You know, because that's kind of the attitude. You know, it's just pee.
Yeah. Maybe it is. Like, we're not from here. I'm really not from here. But, like, because definitely there's a different, you could put it to, it's a pole outside, right? So if a dog peed on a pole outside, I'd be like, yeah, that's what dogs do. They're marking their territory on, like, the street lamp outside. So what's the difference that it's inside? Because some people, maybe they're like, ew, that's gross. The dog should only pee in the grass or in the dirt. They shouldn't pee on the sidewalk or on the street or on the pole.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like just that's a different version of it.
Yeah.
Where we're from the other perspective. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so and then I've asked a couple of security people. I'm like, so this is just normal here? It's permitted? And they're like, well, what's supposed to happen is blah blah blah, like I kind of mentioned, and then you know, the people don't want to. This is the thing. People here a lot of times they don't like rules.
I've kind of noticed this.
Yeah. So you this is one of the things about the culture. And so it's hard to get people to follow rules. They want to be free. They want their pets to be free. They're for the no leash thing.
Yeah.
People don't like to, you know, they don't. They
Well,
feel
even
like
with the
it's-
traffic,
Yeah.
everything here is just more flow.
Yeah.
That has positives and negatives from my perspective,
Mm-hmm.
but everything is more flow, less rule. Everyone's doing their thing, and it's just like, I'm going to do what I need to do, and it just kind of goes around.
Yeah, it is. And also the people who are, and this is even up to like, you know, police, you know, police, security guards, you know, people who are supposed to be enforcing something, they don't want to be the bad guy. Nobody in Costa Rica wants to be the bad guy.
It's like your job is kind of bad guy.
Yeah. I mean, and that's
Sorry.
supposed to be part of your job, but
Mhm.
you know, they just don't want to do it. They don't want to be the bad guy. And then I'm like, your job is to be the bad guy. And they were like, well, what am I supposed to, the popular phrase here is, what was I supposed to do? You know? So,
What was I going to do?
right.
That has been something that even when I first got here, I really noticed, like the safety, police, rules, that kind of thing. Because there's even like the cops in the parking lot on the real things. I've never seen them stop a person. Also, why does it say canine unit, but they have no dogs?
Don't know.
That was been my day one question. But my stepdad is a state trooper in Oregon. So he's been a police for with police for a very long time. And I've done a ride along with him and seen people, and there are definitely some officers. I'm like, take away their badge, please. Take away their badge. But also from him, and then some people I've met that are like uncles to me, you know, they're also troopers. And I'm like, they're actually just like, it sucks. I have to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
But sometimes they have to be like, no, you're like, did this criminal that you're a criminal and did some like pretty bad things, whether it was, you know, XYZ related, but just trying to make it generally safer or even help. Like when I was on a ride along with my stepdad, he was just gave this guy like a free ride from point A to point B because he was stuck on the road and was just like, you're having a bad day here. Let me drop you off at the gas station where you can get a taxi. And, you know, there are good moments, but it's very different because he's like, rules. Like these are the rules. Like you have to have your tags and for your car has to be licensed and this and that. And that's like required. Like can get in trouble if he doesn't ask those things and ticket accordingly. You know, you went 130. He has to give you a ticket or he can get fired.
Yeah.
But here, like, maybe it's just not the same. It's very different. Like I've seen traffic violations happen in front of you with a cop right there and they just don't do anything. But in the States, it's like everything is reported and the officer could get in trouble.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, there are more. You're seeing more street cameras for. I don't know who's using them, or if they're for, you know, legal things for law enforcement, or if it's just for general safety. When I see them, it's usually because there's a news outlet that's using it for one of the news channels is using it for something.
Yeah.
But radars, speed radars, speed cameras,
No.
not gonna find them here. And you know, one thing that was the wildest thing that I saw, and it's just, you know, it's not so crazy, but it's just when I saw it, I was like, people just do that here. I remember I was on the road I don't drive here. I don't know if I was in an Uber or if I was on a bus or something, but I was in some kind of mode of transportation. And then I saw there was also a cop driving down the road, and someone was driving down the road also, sped right past the cop. Cop did nothing.
Versus
normal.
everyone slows down and say, I'm going to go behind them. So that's, so different.
So different.
No one cares. No one, it's just like fine and normal and dandy. Wow. But then when I did a ride along with my stepdad, everyone around us was going so slow all the time because he thought that they were, and he's like, I don't even want to catch you guys. Like, I just want to go the speed limit too. Yeah, crazy. That was a crazy difference. I like talked to him about it at one point. Very interesting. And like this was something, I don't remember who in the program I talked with this about. It might have been my roommates at the time. We were like, we wondered what the view of Ticos towards cops was, because in the States there's a very like hot and cold, and it's very political, and there's a lot of like turmoil there. That's very reasonable, and that there's a lot there and a lot to unpack. And I don't know. I was like, I don't actually know that relationship in many other places, and that's like a very important thing in a place. I think it shows a lot, like with the traffic, like you can kind of predict more how the traffic's going to be if you can understand that relationship, or how, safe some streets are, or how some things are running. I don't know. Our neighborhood we stayed at over there in our first host family, apparently the neighborhood hires this guy on a bike to blow his whistle in the street, and he's like the hired protection of that neighborhood. But so he's not a cop, he's just a guy, and the people in the neighborhood like hire him to do that. So then I was like, well, maybe there's not a relationship or trust with the cops to do anything, and that's why they have to hire someone else to like protect the kids of the street at night or walking home at night. I don't know. At first we thought he was a random creepy guy with a bike on a whistle, and we were like, stop following. He would follow us home. We were like, and then it was like, oh, he was protecting us.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's so interesting. But yeah, I mean, there are, that's an example of, I've heard or seen even on the news of here and there that people just kind of have to take things into their own hands when it's possible, because, if they wait for the powers that be to help them out, they're going to be waiting forever.
Yeah.
And so, if there's sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes if there's if there's like a patched up hole in the ground, if maybe one of the neighbors did it with something that they had or that they can find to put in the hole because they're just sick of waiting.
Yeah. Which is been like interesting of like more police presence versus less, like more of an example of, or even just like that kind of, in Oregon we have ODOT, like Oregon Department of Transportation, where they like fix the potholes and stuff. And so if you have more, and they work with the state troopers and all the cops for the general like road safety. And so with too much of that, people are like getting pulled over for no reason and profiling and some terrible things, but then with not enough, people are breaking their cars potholes.
Yeah.
So it's like, where is this middle ground of like letting people exist and just like trusting that the reason they're speeding is to get to the hospital, they're late for work and they're being safe? Or is it someone speeding because they're like, I don't know, intoxicated and gonna crash into someone?
Yeah.
Been lots to ponder about.
Not easy.
No.
But that's why we're here, like, right, to solve all the world's problems.
No, basically, no. The joys of traveling.
Right.
Thinking about politics and police.
But, I mean, that's a great thing about traveling, is that you kind of, it broadens your awareness of what things are happening in different places and what are the complicated issues there. And, so.
I feel very privileged and grateful to be able to like see both from not actually being very negatively harmed by either. You know, like I'm not from here. I don't drive my car is not broken. In the States, I don't really get pulled over. Been pulled over once. I'm privileged in that area, and I'm very grateful and to like see the difference, but it's also hard to know what to do when you see it, and there's these
Right.
a whole can of worms.
It is a big old can of worms. I could talk to you forever. My gosh, this is so fun to like chat and hang out.
Yeah, I'm so glad we're chatting.
Yeah.
I didn't know what we were going to chat about.
Yeah, I didn't really either. I mean, I talked to Archie and Caricela, kind of started the same way about programs, and then, just kind of see what happens. Archie and I talked a lot about our Spanish, thing that, with us both being Spanish learners and second language speakers.
He has quite a bit of Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he really?
He's taken a few years. And it's so interesting that he's a minor, but he's got, he could probably easily major in it.
Archie is wicked smart.
Yeah.
I think anything he wants to do, he just will soak it up, and he's like grabs it all and works really hard, and he gets if he wants to do something, he does it. I don't know.
Yeah.
From everything I've learned about him and traveling, we'll go stay at similar, the same hotel, different rooms, and he's the one waking up early in the morning, going on his hike and doing this and that. And when he sets his mind to it, he's there. Gym, there, running, and I don't know.
You know what? We're gonna gush about you, Archie.
Hi, Archie.
Shout out to Archie. First of all, Archie, he told me he's like, well, I'm kind of just blah, but my 13-year-old sister, she is killing it, and she's gonna be amazing. So if you think Archie's doing something, wait until his sister. Give her 10 years.
Give her 10 years.
Oh.
But that also shows what kind of person he is, because he is an incredible human, has so much going for him, wicked smart, and hard working.
Yeah.
And he's saying that about his little sister's kind of adorable.
It is. He's a good big brother.
Adorable, yeah.
He is. And one thing I noticed with him, we went to a movie the other week, and it's interesting. I was, I kind of prepped everything, and then we all got in and got our food, and then we went, to the little place where you can get in and actually go to the theaters, but you had to show your ticket and everything. So we did that. We got in, and I guess I kind of thought that we were all going to be heading into the theater, and then I guess Archie was talking to Caricela and one or both of the other girls, and such a gentleman. He waited right there. He didn't take a step towards the theater until all of those ladies were ready.
And those are the silent things that men do that make the biggest difference. Mm-hmm. Especially women. I don't know who all was there, but varying levels of Spanish in a foreign country, in a movie theater. We were walking downtown in La Fortuna, going to get drinks and stuff, and you could just tell there was one of the guys in the group. I don't think Archie was there, but he would have been in that crowd as well. That there was this guy following behind us, and all the girls were in the back, and the guys were kind of leading the way of where we were going, chatting. Yeah. And one of the guys just was stopped and waited for everyone to pass so he could just walk in the back and make sure it was all the little, the guy wasn't behind or being creepy or that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's so nice.
Or I asked, it might have been Archie, or this other guy was can you watch my beer while I go to the bathroom? And they were staring at the top of that drink. And I was I asked the right person. I don't mean watch it so no one takes a sip. I mean watch my drink.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. You guys had some good people here with you. So
yeah, and Archie's one of them. It's been really cool to see all the different people of our program, and how we're a very niche group from UO. We're all in UO, chose to go there, chose to come here. Niche group, but how different we are. And then to be like, I've only met fully met and talked to so many Ticos. So just like, and how different they've been and how more different and like the whole country. It's like a better perspective almost just from like learning in the people in our program.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so wonderful. Well, good. Well, I'm so glad that your experience has been a good one overall. I'm so glad our paths have crossed.
Yes, that was so fun.
So,
I'm sad I missed the movie though.
yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Bummer.
You know, F1, catch it when.
Was it good?
I thought it was good. You know, and I'm not a car guy. I'm not a race person, but I mean, I was kind of, you know, for me here, movies are like vocabulary class for me.
Mm-hmm.
And even if the movie is awful, I'm gonna get some new words out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my kind of Wednesday, if I have time, kind of hobbies that I have is to go and catch a movie and try to learn some new vocabulary. And oh my gosh, this is kind of funny. I remember I saw, you know, the Alien movie franchise.
Yes, but I've only seen the first. That's like the black, like, alien guy with like the weird long head. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So, because I am the age I am, I'm very familiar with those movies from the 80s, like the first ones. And I hadn't seen them for a long time, but then this next one that I guess is about a year ago, maybe it came out. And here they can go to a movie theater and they have it usually in two versions. They'll have one in English with subtitles in Spanish, right? So original audio in English. And then they'll have it with Spanish dubbed version. And so the first one I saw, and I think it was just for time and just when it was playing, I saw it in Spanish. And obviously we're here in Costa Rica, so no subtitles. So it would be say. So and so I got most of it, I think, but there were some technical things and things that were really.
Obviously, it's like sci-fi.
Yes, and so
some of the words I'm learning for the first time in English when I watch a sci-fi.
Right. So exactly, and so that's why I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it again next week, but then I'm gonna watch it in English so I can try to pick up some things that I probably didn't, and because the Spanish version was dubbed, and it was like the voice actors' voices. I didn't know what the original actors' voices sounded like. And so when I watched the one with the original English voices, the normal actors' voices, there were two actors that were not from the U.S. originally. I mean, they had a deep, like, UK accent. And so here I am.
You just had no idea.
And it's my native language, but it's got just like that rough, like super hard, heavy UK accent. I'm like, wait a second, what is he saying? And so then my eyes, for help and clarity, drop down to the Spanish subtitles. I'm like, oh, now I understand. It was the weirdest language moment I have ever had. Weirdest. But it was so funny.
That's really funny.
It was so crazy. But it was kind of a cool moment. It was like the place that I went for comfort and understanding and help was Spanish.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah. And it kind of let me know, okay, my level of Spanish is, it's doing better than I thought it was.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Confidence is good with language.
Right.
Most of the time.
It is. And by the way, how do you feel like your Spanish is after a few weeks here?
It's definitely it was getting better. Like the class meeting with you was so good. My first host family, she only spoke Spanish. Yeah. She was so patient and understanding and used like basic words and slowly, great. I felt comfortable to try to speak at the dinner table.
Yep.
Moved and She speaks a fair bit of English, and I would say doesn't have quite that level of patience of like, I am here to learn Spanish. Like, I want to be pushed. And I think she's like very nice and it's like, it's okay. Like, I'll just speak in English. And so it's definitely gone downhill. And I'm working with like people from Germany and Mexico, and the base language for everyone is generally English.
Yeah.
That everyone has like a little bit of Spanish, but really English is the easiest way for everyone to communicate some of these hard things. Like, we need to do this, that.
Yeah.
So it's definitely gone down since there, because I haven't been using it besides in an Uber. And that's a scarier place. You know, like me and just a random man that's like, where are you from? And I'm like, yeah.
Well, you did pretty well ordering your drink in there.
No, I did. It's gone so downhill. But I'm hoping when my family visits, they're visiting in 3 days now.
Oh, good.
They don't really speak any Spanish. And so that'll push me. I can advocate worse for myself than I can for them. So, you know, like chatting to make sure like we can order and kind of being like the better person at Spanish in the group. So I'm like forced to use it more versus also living with Claire. She speaks more Spanish than me. So people just kind of talk to her and I'm just kind of there. And she's definitely gone downhill.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you and your family planning to do?
We're going to do a Toucan Rescue Ranch tour.
Nice.
And then we're going to go to Monteverde.
Okay.
Stay for like a night or two. And then somewhere in Guanacaste. I don't know yet, but I haven't been yet. Everyone else went on like a little weekend trip, but I was moving. So I'm like, I got to go. I haven't been. And I've been here for 2 months. So I got to go do like the touristy thing. So we're going to go there. We might pass through La Fortuna on our way back, but then be in San Jose. So just like easy little up and down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Well, I haven't met your family yet, but I will make it to Oregon at some point and
Yes.
meet your peeps. But tell them I said hello.
I will.
And I look forward to, you know, getting to Oregon and trying not to go to Portland. But
Go to Portland and then just drive around after that.
okay.
You should go to Oregon though. And when you're in Oregon, let us all know. And you can
Okay,
come to
yeah.
UO and we'll like show you around. And
Fun. So fun. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. I will take you up on that invitation.
yeah, you'll have so many places to see.
Oh man. That'll be so fun. That'll be so fun. Good. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
This was so fun. And, you know, we'll do follow-ups, plural.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, so this is for your YouTube or what? I missed the...
That's the idea. Do I have a channel established? No. Do I know when I will? No. It's like this overwhelming idea to be, and because I've done a little YouTube-y kind of stuff, and it's like I'm just not good with that stuff. Like I could record stuff all day, every day, and would love it. But then like the post stuff, it's just not fun for me. I'm not a good buttons and wires person, like, you know, and I've tried to put a couple things online, and I have, but it wasn't very smooth. It was very like, you didn't do this. And it's like, oh, this next thing you need to, and it's like, oh, this isn't in that format. And I was just thinking, this is a nightmare. I hate this part. Yeah.
Yeah. But that gets easier with time, I think.
Yeah.
I don't YouTube, but the first time I do anything online, I'm like, I hate this. I never want to do it again. And then I do it again and again, and I'm like, oh, okay. And now I can actually do what I want to do.
Right.
So small step.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that would be awesome.
Yeah. You guys are such motivators for me to, you know, just do it and just get it. So I think that's the hardest part is started.
What kind of content do you want? Like teaching educational or more like story or...
It's kind of wide open. I mean, you know, I'm coming at it kind of at an angle of, you know, people from the U.S. that are either traveling or have traveled abroad, their experiences, their stories, whatever. And also, I'm thinking, it's good to talk to Costa Ricans who are English speaking and to talk about whatever they want to talk about.
Yeah.
And then with this super flexible job, I mean, this is the thing. I can put this and these in a bag, and I can go somewhere and, theoretically, I can meet someone and have a chat on the spot.
Yeah. Which is great.
Yeah. And
All kinds of stories.
All kinds of stories. And, it's, I don't know. I just kind of meet people kind of easily because it's fun and it's just.
When you're that kind of person.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's just fun to talk with you and to kind of understand like what their lives are like and, what they like to do and what their hopes and dreams are. And, I think that's really interesting. I'm a curious person. But you know that phrase, curiosity killed the cat?
I use that all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm normally the cat.
Yeah. So me too. I'm trying to. It's this hard thing where I need to kind of balance and figure out where is the curiosity, like, sensible and it's fun, and where is it kind of like, all right, you're just stepping a little too out of bounds here.
But cats have 9 lives.
They do. They do. So I don't know how many I've used. I should probably keep track so that I don't run out of lots.
You have 9 left, I'm sure. Or you still have all 9.
I hope so. And by the way, one thing that happened. Oh, this was an interesting. And then I'll stop talking and we'll talk next time. I promise, because I know you got stuff to do and you got to get all the way back to San Isidro. Okay.
It's normal.
But yeah. It was February 2024. I was here. It was Valentine's Day. That morning, I woke up and I was gonna I had a normal day scheduled of classes. And I started really early in the morning, and I felt this weird, like uncomfortable thing in my stomach. Long story short, it just kept going. Tried to take some basically over-the-counter medication. Turned out it was appendicitis. And so I tried not to look at Dr. Google, and I was like, don't do it. You know how this is going to end. You're going to think you're dying, and you're never dying. Well, this is the one time if I didn't do anything, it would have gotten kind of hairy.
Yeah.
So then I just kind of listened to that, and I was like, okay, let's just at least go to the doctor. Hopefully, we'll just give you some medicine, and you'll go home, and you'll be okay. So I didn't bring a lot. I had this thing in my head, like, maybe I won't be at home, sleeping at home tonight, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's keep, and it ended up being a good thing. I didn't like pack a whole bunch of extra clothes and stuff to be ready for like a hospital stay. I just had enough to go to the clinic, hopefully get some medicine and come home. But it turned out that I got the diagnosis, they sent me to the hospital, which is right down the street over that way. And it's great because I live like 5 minutes up the street from the hospital. So that's where I love living in the city, because everything is super accessible and close, especially in an emergency.
Yeah.
But
that is hard about home. 20-minute, 30-minute drive from the hospital is not good.
Yeah, no. And there's so many people here like, why do you live here? Why don't you just live out in the woods or live on the beach? It's so calm and you can live wherever. And I'm just like, if something funky happens, I just want to be able to get somewhere quickly or get help quickly. And not that I'm like not an old person with a whole bunch of, health issues, but when you get to a certain age, you start thinking about that.
Yeah, and if you don't have like an entire family that lives in the same town as you.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I ended up going to the hospital and I got the surgery that evening, was sent home the next morning. But in that, during all that kind of, controlled chaos, here I am, I'm in a public hospital. No one speaks English. And kind of like, and this is what triggered my memory of that, is I went to the Spanish in that movie to help me out. And with all the uncertainty and being by myself and, and being like, how is this going to go? Like, I'm getting surgery. I didn't plan on this happening. I mean, I didn't have a date for the night with it being Valentine's Day, but I didn't think I was going to be in a hospital for emergency
That's not
surgery.
the Valentine's Day you would ever think.
No. Yeah. And so, but with all of everything that was going on, the Spanish was the thing that was the most. It was the easiest thing that day.
Wow.
I could understand it clearly. I was communicating clearly, and there were a couple words that I learned, by association, and there were some words that were kind of like cognates to English, and I was like, oh, well, guess what I learned today? I guess I'm in the medical Spanish class today.
It's medical Spanish.
Yep, and
High stakes medical
yes,
Spanish,
yes.
but nonetheless.
But it was crazy because I have failed Spanish exams in the past because of this one exam and me I'm a terrible exam taker. Tests and exams, just the worst. I'm better off if you blindfold me, drop me in the middle of a city somewhere and say, you've got 2 hours to figure out where you are and get to the airport and get on your plane. I'd be like, make it harder,
Yeah.
But you put something in front of me, and if someone says, oh yeah, this is an exam, I'm like, oh, and I freak out. And
it's just like shut off.
Yeah. It's just something with me in exams. I don't know what it is, but that ended up being a real life test, and I got through it.
Yeah.
It's so weird how that can happen. And so then again, that was and even in, because I had to go through surgery and recover from surgery. And so even in different like states of consciousness a little bit, I was still able to communicate and understand Spanish with no problem. I didn't know I could do that until I was
it was just happening.
Forced into the situation. So yeah.
That makes sense though.
Well,
very different, not extreme, no hospital, but like when I'm sitting at the dinner table, or it's like I'm meeting a family member and they're like, how good is your Spanish? How good is your Spanish? Say something. And I'm like, I don't know. Or like at work, they're like, do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, please help me. But then I got trapped at Poas volcano. There was like no bus, no Uber, no taxi. And so I was stuck hitchhiking home. And the girl I was with did not speak a single word of Spanish. Like, I don't think she knew how to say please, And so I'm like asking people that don't speak any English, like, can we please get a ride to here and this and that? And I wasn't even thinking about the Spanish element. I'm thinking about just, obviously it wasn't good. I wasn't somehow fluent, but like I knew everything they were saying, and we got there safely, dropped off at a Starbucks, and it was fine. Nice. But it's like when you're not thinking about it, it can come out and you can speak. And yeah.
Push come to shove.
I'm sorry that happened though. I know other people that have had that, and they said that's just like the most painful experience.
Well, I'm glad that I kind of paid attention to my instincts and didn't just like be like, it's not a big deal. Because I had tried, that's the other thing, I had enough medication with me from, I've been here long enough that I have some, medication just in case something happens. And I was able to try those, and I was like, okay, that one didn't work. That one didn't work. Not to be too detailed, but, ready to just stop by the restroom, nothing.
Yeah.
Like just laying down, just rest. And maybe it's something that just needs to kind of work its way.
Yeah, a glass of water.
Yeah, just nothing. And I
won't help appendicitis. So that would make sense.
Yeah. And so, and I don't, and then this is the weird thing. I have never studied about the appendix or appendicitis, but at some point in my life, in my past, I had heard about it, read about it, and that was enough for me to be like, I recall this thing, something about just this nonstop discomfort or pain, and it's on this certain side of your body.
Yeah, it's
lower.
your body's like survival kicks in, you know? You wouldn't remember that if you're like having a random conversation and not having this, but your body's like,
Yeah. It's that thing you heard about that time, that one little medical thing.
Well, that's
Think
good.
about that. And so, yeah, ended up working out, and then just the place and the time for it to happen, it was kind of wild. But I feel like a lot of other things, it's one of those things where like that was so trying, and it could have been worse. Like it could have been to the point where my appendix exploded, and then it would have. Actually, I have a student, a Costa Rican student, who said his appendix had the same thing, and I don't know, I guess the toxins got into his body, and they had to like clean him out, and then so he was in the hospital. So I moved on it fast enough.
That's good.
And also what helped was getting, because I was sitting up for a long time. I was at the clinic and waiting for the clinic, and then I got the exam and then waiting for the results. And the whole time I was just sitting up. And then when I got to the hospital and could lay down, it went from like a 7.5 of pain to like a 5.5, 6. So that actually kind of helped.
That's good.
But if I had waited that much longer, maybe that wouldn't have helped.
Yeah.
So,
It's important to listen to your body. That's why everyone hates on Dr. Google, and to an extreme, yes, because it'll like overdiagnose you. But if you think something's wrong, and I've been in situations with like me and my family where we know something's wrong and we're trying to figure it out, and we go to the doctors first before Dr. Google and all that and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, you're fine, go home. And then guess what? 3 weeks later, same problem. We go back and we're like, I've done my research. This is what it is. I want the test for this. And like, no, you're fine. Run the test.
Yeah.
Then they do, and they're like, so you were right.
See?
So it is that. We're like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, you really have to advocate for yourself in certain situations. Yeah. That's wild.
So it's good I'm glad you got help. That's
And so something like creating a YouTube page should not be as scary.
No, you've done the hard.
That is nothing compared to it. So it's the imposter syndrome thing. Just like, but I think this is
like,
just...
who am I to...
Who am I,
But who are any of us, really?
Yeah.
So...
Who are we? And then I also don't want people to think, oh, he just wants to be Mr. Beast or something like that. It's just...
Okay, but you're not saying $20,000 for, like, I don't know, playing soccer.
Yeah, no.
And you already have, like, X amount of followers from University of Oregon.
Yeah.
But there's so many ticos and, like, your students and people and,
Wow. So it could be fun. And, I also, it's just like I said, talking to people from the U.S. and also, I'm not a highly political person, but just with people who don't speak English natively, we shouldn't crap on those people, and it's especially people who are trying. And this drives me nuts. Native English speakers who are just like, well, just learn English. It's easy. Have you tried learning a second language?
You go learn.
You try.
You go learn.
And then...
I don't know how my German coworkers learn English because it's so different. I hear them speak German and I'm like, oh my gosh, props to you, because what you're saying right now, I don't understand. And I don't know if I could. Like, I would try so hard and I don't. So it's like you get that perspective when you travel as well. But
yes.
I told someone, me and I think Claire were chatting about it, but we've always had this view that, just because someone can't speak to you in English doesn't mean they're stupid, dumb, less than, don't have a valuable story to share. we've always had that. Like, we just can't communicate. But now we have an actual personal experience to put to that belief.
Yeah. Yes.
Like at work, when people like assume that we don't know how to do something, it's like, I can't do it. I can't tell you I can.
Right.
Or people don't think you understand. You're like, I know what's happening. I just can't explain it.
Yeah.
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 So it's important to have everyone's stories shared.
I believe that so strongly, and it's kind of like one of the purposes, you know. So yeah. So you need to. It's going to take forever to get back to San Isidro, so you got to go.
I'll order my Uber.
But again, thank you so much.
Thank
and like I said to Archie, it's hasta luego. It's not adios. This is
adios. It's
see you later.
luego.
This is hasta luego. So I hope you have so much fun with your family.
Thank
and
you.
Please tell them I said hi, and I'll see them eventually when I get to Oregon. And
Yes. You have to do a long trip to Oregon.
yes,
Because you have so many places to go.
look, this is the great thing, is that as long as I have Wi-Fi, I can
Go
teach
Yeah.
my students. And it's just a matter of figuring out what time zone I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that hard.
You got to do it. And go you for doing all this and teaching. And yeah, that's
Well,
great.
You know, I've been sitting on this for like a year. And so it's getting to the point where I'm one of these people where when I get an idea, I got to do something with it, or it's just going to eat me alive.
Yeah, and regret and
Man, worse than do it and have it fail is to not do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
My stepdad is big on that. Big on the regret. He's like, pain is temporary, regret is forever. That's what I grew up hearing. Like,
ooh, I like that.
pain is temporary, regret is forever. Like, just do it. Or like, if you're uncomfortable, just do it. Or if you do it and it hurts because it doesn't work or whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be like old and sad and like have regret. Like, that should be biggest fear. It's like old and sad and having regret. Don't have regret.
Yeah.
Be filled with love and peace. Like, you did all you could and all you wanted.
There you go. And do your thing, and if people are interested, they're interested. And if they're not, you put it out there. And
So be it.
but if one person is interested, yay, that's a win.
But it's scary because it's art.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like art because it's like a video and, it's not a painting.
Yeah.
It's art. And art is vulnerable.
It is.
So
It is.
you got it. I believe in you.
Thank you. So, are you gonna be like a personal coach or something? 'Cause
Why?
you got it. I'm just like, I can do it. I can.
I
my
do
God.
believe.
I
No,
have a
but
life coach.
you gotta post.
Yeah.
You actually already have so many followers just waiting. You have ghost followers for your ghost YouTube channel.
Okay. All right.
And we better get texts about what it
Yes.
is. Otherwise, I won't know. I'm not really on YouTube, so I'm not gonna like happen upon it. But
Yeah. All right.
do tell.
All right, my friend.
I'll order my Uber. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I'm a hugger.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
I'm
much.
so grateful I met you.
Oh, same here, sweetheart. I love you. So yeah, we'll catch up and do the
Shout out Archie.
Shout out
Archie
Archie.
fan club.
Archie fan. I know. more than me having ghost followers. I mean,
Yeah,
Archie's
Archie,
got
look
a
at your followers.
legit like fan club. I'm riding on his coattails.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Shout out Archie.
all right. See you in Oregon, folks. Ciao.